Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really well. In this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I got contacted again by Tobii, the company who do the Eye Tracker 5, to see if I wanted to try it out again, but within Farming Simulator 25. And I thought, yeah, it's such a good idea. I've not actually tried it out yet, so let's see how it performs. Now, I did have this device in 22, and what it basically does is tracks your eye movement and your head movement. It has other functions as well as just playing Farm Sim. You can use it on multiple games. So if you play Flight Sim or ETS or anything like that, it's really good for that. And I just wanted to show you because there's an offer on currently. There's a 15% discount on the SimFest that they're doing currently. So I'll put a link in the video description for that, and we'll talk about it more in a second. But yeah, the main focus is I want to try this out. I've been upgrading my system recently. Most people know that if you've been following my channel. So soon I'm going to be doing a tour video of my setup. And I thought, let's get the Tracker 5 out and put it onto my new monitor, this larger monitor. I've got like a 40-inch 4K monitor now. And I want to see how it performed on that. And I also thought it was a really good chance to showcase it in FS25. So we're going to take a look, see how immersive it is. We'll do a bit of harvesting, drive a few tracks around, and I want to see how it performs. We're checking your mirrors, you know, with a glance and seamlessly kind of like tracking your surroundings without even touching a button. That's the main thing of it in cab, is when it works really well. So it's a small but powerful device, and it can track both eyes and your head movement, letting you interact with the game in a whole new way. And the best part, it works natively with Farming Simulator 25. So now setting it up is relatively simple. You just plug it in. You can download the software through Microsoft Store. It's called Tobii Experience. You have to calibrate it for your kind of like monitor size, so that needs to be done. As soon as you've done that, jump into game, and within NFS, all you do is go to the settings in the main menu and just enable head tracking. That's it. That's all you have to do. There's no other settings in Farming Simulator. It might be more in depth in Flight Sim and other games, but for Farm Sim, it's pretty much as straightforward as activating head tracking. Right, so let's get into it then. I think the first thing we should do is pretty much just test it out. And I've got the ghost icon as well that will come up, so you'll be able to see where my eye movement is. But first I want to do it without that, just so you can see what I would see as a player and what you would, because you're probably not going to have the ghost activated. Now, I'm playing with an Xbox controller as well, and I've got the Tobii Eye Tracker set up. So I just want to show you that it is really quite intuitive how it allows you to just switch between the two without kind of struggling, because like right now I want to be able to use my controller to walk around and visualize. I don't want to look left and right to kind of just use that as the way I'm moving my visual camera in the game. The only time I'd ever want to use this Tobii Eye Tracker is when I'm first person in a cab, and that's what it allows you to do. So now, for example, I am just using my Xbox controller, but if we jump in now to the harvester, this is now nothing to do with my controller. Even if I try and move my controller, it won't allow me to change the camera, but it will allow me to drive. So basically the right stick on my Xbox controller isn't going to be working, it's just the left stick. So I'm going to just make a point. I'm going to look at that cow. Now I'm going to look at the shed door. I'm going to turn my head to the left and to the center again. I'm going to turn my head to the right. Every time, it amazes me. It really does. It's really clever. Looking at that as well. Let's say I wanted to look at the mirror. There you go, I'm looking at the mirror. So if we look down, look at the steering wheel and the pedals, we can even look at the actual dials and everything. So that's really cool. Really cool. So I'm going to just try and adjust my mic here, just so I don't keep moving around from it. That's the main thing here. I'm looking around. I've just looked at my other monitor and all my kind of like all my software that's running to record this, and yeah, it's pretty nuts. So let's try and just do this. You can see how responsive it is as well. It really is quite rapid in how it's responding. So I want to turn around now. I want to look behind, even though I can't actually detach, but we want to detach. That was me looking up at the F1 menu. So I've detached off, and we're gonna drive around because I want to attach the header now. So like I said, this is dead simple to use and set up, and if you're looking for something that's a little bit more immersive and can track the movement, say if you're just driving around on the road and you want to just quickly glance to your mirror, you know, without doing much than just moving your eyes or your head, this is the perfect device for that. So we'll go and do just one headland stretch here, and then I'm going to try it out again, but with the ghost on, so you can actually see what it's doing and how it's detecting. So So let's just unfold the harvester. It is clever. It honestly, it amazes me. I mean, if you play games like Flight Sim as well, it's perfect for things like that in ETS, and yeah, it can just go. You can do so much with it. I mean, that's the perfect thing. And then they've obviously got this campaign on right now called SimFest, which is 15% off the device, and you know they're putting it all out there for simulation players. So Flight Sim, ETS, Farm Sim, and it's super cool. It really is. And if I just kind of like move up, move around, look at that, you know, and I'm trying to be quick now. I'm moving my head. I'm trying to, yeah. I mean, probably not very natural then what I was doing, but it's just showing you how responsive it is. And yeah, I've used this a few times within many games, mainly like Flight Sim, more than FS, because I rely so much on the controller when I'm recording videos and do my montages and stuff. But the good thing about it is I can just jump out, and if I jump out now, like I'm back to my controller, I don't have to change any settings. It's just in cab. And if I go third person, so I've now got third person camera view, you can see that it's just back to my controller. So it doesn't matter if it's detecting my eyes now. I'm back on the controller, but as soon as I go in cab, it detects that and it stops my controller from working, the camera, and I have to use my eyes and my head movements to adjust where I'm looking at. So just looking to the side now, someone's just beat me. Yeah, so super cool. Right, so let's stop that there, and what we'll do, I've missed a few bits there, haven't I? Not very good driving. We'll get the ghost up and we'll have a look just to compare it, see what it looks like. Right, so I'm back and I've got the ghost up now. So this is going to detect everywhere that my eyes look. So if I say I'm going to look at the F1 menu, I'm going to look at the map. It's really hard to do this because I have to look first to decide what I'm going to look at. I'm trying to be dead sneaky and catch it out, but it's just not going to happen because it's my eyes. So, right, I'm not going to look now. Well, I nearly did then. I'm going to look at the date. There we go. I don't know. So yeah, if you move around in the camera, like I said, this is still working off my Xbox controller, but it's showing you exactly where my eyes are looking. So yeah, I'm going to look at the right tyre, the header, and yeah, it's immense. So now I'm in cab, and if I look left, you can see that it moves the camera. And you can keep doing that until you need to move your head. So it won't do the whole way. It's just like in your eye shot. So it will move the camera somewhat. So if I just keep my head still now, look to the far left, you can see it goes so far, but then I'm going to need to turn my head. And that's when I can do like a behind the shot kind of, oh, what's over my shoulder kind of thing. I'm reversing. So it does work. And if you've got like a curved monitor, this will work perfectly on a curved monitor. That was just me looking down at my notes. So I've made some notes. It really is quite crazy. It's clever. It's very clever, and I think the fact that it works with so many simulation games is such a positive for it. And you can, like I said, you can also use it on your desktop device for, like maybe unlocking your system or, yeah, other things along them lines. So yeah, I mean, you can just see how responsive it is. It's like I'm now just going crazy with my eyes left and right, so that probably didn't look too good for you guys watching, but I just want to test it out. I'm trying to putting it to its to the max. I'm basically trying to see what it can do and how responsive it can be. I like the fact it's just straight away works with FS25, so if you've already got this and you used it on 22, you can use it on 25, which is always a positive because it means, you know, you have to go and buy an upgraded version or anything like that, or yeah, it just works as standard. And if you are interested in checking it out, I'll put a link in the video description. Like I said, the SimFest is going on right now from January 22nd to February 10th, so they've pretty much got like 10 days left, and there's 15% off. You can see every time I look at my notes to read this stuff, I've made notes to like make sure I get the right dates. So from January 22nd to February 10th, they're doing the SimFest campaign, and you can get 15% off. And I'll put a link in the video description to that. So if you are interested, go check it out, learn a lot more information on the device there. They're also doing a sweepstake as well, a giveaway. So I'll put a link into that. So definitely go and check that out, because you're in for a chance of winning a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Pretty much just got to follow the link, follow the instructions, get your name in the hat, and yeah, good luck. See if you can win yourself a free Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Right, so let's go and jump into a tractor now, and we'll let's go with the John Deere. And we'll drive around for a bit, and I'll try my best to read some information here. I've just tried to check the price to give you that because I know it's important. So it's normally £279 for the Tobii Eye Tracker 5, but with the 15% off, you can get it for £237. So if you are interested, that's how much it'll be in pounds. So yeah, like I said, link in the video description for that. I also wanted to try and find some of the common questions because I know a lot of people, like, they'll try out and they want to know like things like, does it work on curved monitors? It's got a wide range of screen support. So for head tracking, there is no screen size limit. For eye tracking, it can accurately track eye movements on up to 30-inch screens. So mine's actually 42 and it's still working fine. So I actually say it goes higher than that. So another one is, like, will it work in all light conditions? We're talking like pitch black. You're just sitting in a room, there's no lights on, you've just got maybe your monitor on. Our technology makes your favorite games more immersive, whether you're in a pitch black room or in bright daylight. So it still will work in a dark environment in the room. What about if you're wearing glasses? Well, it says our devices work with almost any type of glasses and can track both your head and eye movements. Now, I imagine if you're wearing sunglasses, maybe your monitor is really bright and you're wearing sunglasses, I think then you might have a problem. But if you're wearing normal like glasses with, you know, lenses in, for prescription eye lenses in, then you shouldn't have any problems at all. It can still detect your eye movements and obviously your head movements as well. It also works for curved screens, so the flex mount, which is actually really good. It's like a sticky pad and then it's like a metal magnetic flex, so it can flex around a curved monitor and then the tracker can actually, you know, attach to that. Right, so I've changed to the heat map now so you can actually see like where I'm looking, and I like the fact that it stays there for a bit and doesn't so much fade away, and it just shows you like where I'm staring at the most, which is normally going to be the center of your monitor because that's where you're focused on. So even though you move around, you'll look there, but if I want to go left, you normally look just that way before. So yeah, it's really clever, isn't it? And I like the fact I can show you and so you can visualize this as the viewer on YouTube to see what's going on. But like I said, I'll put a link in the video description to the SimFest 15% discount. Go check it out, see if you're interested and learn a lot more information on the website as well. And I'll also put a link to the sweepstake giveaway. But on that note, I'm going to leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and found it informative. It's nice to try this out, and I'm glad it's working in Farming Simulator 25. I know a lot of people have actually got this on 22, so it's nice to know that it just works seamlessly going over to FS25. And like I said, it also works on Flight Sim, ETS, you know, most simulation games. Formula 1, for example, if you're doing racing games, it works with that too. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, if you found it informative, and I'll see you in the next one. See you, everybody.